In this video, we will be talking about should versus must. When should we use these auxiliaries? These are auxiliaries, which means they are helping verbs, and these fall into the category of modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries are used in combination with ordinary verbs. Modals may express permission, ability, prediction, possibility, or necessity. Some examples of modals are will, would, can, could, shall, should, and must, and so on. Now we will discuss should. This modal is used to indicate a recommendation, advice, or obligation. For example, I should study tonight, which means that if I study tonight, it would be beneficial to me. So this is an obligation for me. Then we have one should eat healthy food. This is an advice and also an obligation at the same time, because if I eat healthy food, then I'm going to be healthy. Then there is you should go on a vacation. This can work as a recommendation or an advice. So I'm saying that you should do something because this would be beneficial to you in some way. So it is a recommendation or an advice. Then we have you should talk to your teacher about this. It can be used as a recommendation or an advice. So should would have the meaning of a recommendation, an advice, or an obligation. It means if I do something, it would bring some kind of benefit to me. Then there is the other use of should, which is for expectation. So when I say it should rain tomorrow, it does not mean that I can make it rain tomorrow or I know for certain that it will rain. But what it means is I expect it to rain tomorrow. Then my book should arrive next week. Again, I cannot make it happen, but I expect it to be here by the next week. So it is expressing expectation. Then we have some phrases that we can use or expressions that we can use alternatively for should. These are had better, ought to, or be supposed to. So alternatively for should, we can use these expressions and they would mean the same: a recommendation, obligation, an advice, or expectation. The sentence structure would be subject plus had better or should or ought to or be supposed to plus verb in simple form. And for example, I can say I should study tonight. And alternatively, I can say I had better study tonight. I ought to study tonight. I am supposed to study tonight. So these expressions can be used interchangeably. And this would mean the same, like some kind of recommendation, obligation, or an advice or expectation. Then we have must. Must is also a modal auxiliary. It means that I'm indicating some kind of complete obligation. This is stronger than should. So in case of should, we were saying that if we do that, it would be beneficial. But in case of must, if we do not do this, there would be consequences. So we must do it. We for certain have to do it. Or it can mean some kind of logical conclusion. For example, I can say the canned juice must be kept at 4 degrees. So in this case, when I use must, you know that you have to keep it at 4 degrees Celsius perhaps, or Fahrenheit. Otherwise, the juice will go bad. It will rot because it does not say should, which would mean that I can keep it at 4 degrees Celsius, but again, if I don't keep it, it does not bring me some kind of consequence. I can also say I must finish my homework today. From this, you know that if I do not do my homework today, I can be in trouble. So I must finish my homework today. Then, for logical conclusion, there would be a sentence at first, and then the follow-up sentence would have must in it. Suppose I say, the grass is wet, and from that, I draw the conclusion that it must be raining. So I can say, the grass is wet, it must be raining. It means that I am drawing the conclusion that the grass is wet because it was raining. Then I can also say, for example, Sarah's lights are out. She must be sleeping. So in this case, it means that from what I see that Sarah's lights are out. The lights in our room are turned off. So it means that she is sleeping. And this is a logical conclusion that I drew from knowing the fact that her lights are turned off. That will be all for today. Thank you.